Hey guys, Hounddoomed here, coming at you once again with another episode of Pokemon Black 2. On the last episode we explored the seaside cave and then also took down the Plasma Frigate. And on this episode we're going to be heading north, back onto Route 22 and heading through the Giant Chasm and seeing what's happening over there. But just quickly before we start off, I've done some training as promised, as I've been meaning to do forever. So everyone's level 50 now. I've given Conker the Expert Belt instead of the Rocky Helmet simply because as useful as the Rocky Helmet is, I feel like it's a bit detrimental when combined with Drain Punch. It's a bit useless. And I needed something that would power up Payback and Ice Punch as well. And considering Conker's amazing super effective coverage, I thought, why not Expert Belt? Just makes sense really. Hieroglyph is pretty much the same. I couldn't be bothered training her really, so I just Rare Candied. Why not? Blu-ray is again relatively unchanged, except I've taken off his wide lens and put on the Expert Belt because we're going to be getting Ice Beam soon. Sorry, so there isn't much point in me keeping it around, and Expert Belt is just better. Krusty Krab pretty much unchanged. However, I did notice when I was training against Ordino and it used entrainment on me, and I did notice that. Has my ability changed, or am I just going a bit crazy? Because if I'm being right, then there'll be a clip right now that says that I caught this thing that had Sturdy. Now, off screen, I did go catch myself a different Dwebble. This one has a naughty nature, I think. Managed to catch it 2 levels higher, which was kind of nice, and it has Sturdy, which is even better. I'm pretty sure this thing had Sturdy, but its ability must have changed. I'm sure it has. I mean, I'm pretty sure I got this thing with Sturdy. Whatever, I don't know. We'll see. Moving on though. Good old Ignite has now evolved into Magmortar. I got rid of Strength and gave it Rock Slide. Simply because I don't really need Strength right this second. I will need it in the Giant Chasm, but I just put Rock Slide on there for now, just because I wanted to take Strength off, just so that I could concentrate on my movesets before I went into the Giant Chasm. I will need a Pokemon with Strength soon though, but I'll probably get rid of Dig on Krusty Krab and leave Rock Slide on Ignite actually. And Electra's also relatively unchanged, although she didn't have an item before, so I've given her the Magnet just to power up Discharge slightly. And I've also given her Superpower instead of Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave wasn't really doing me any good at all, and is a bit useless when combined with Discharge. I will get Thunderbolt later on, but Discharge is where it's at right now, so Discharge is staying, and Superpower is technically on my final moveset anyway. The only move that's now left that I need to get rid of is Acrobatics, and we'll be getting rid of that fairly soon when we get the TM4 Flamethrower. So that's pretty much it for team changes. So we need to head back up to Route 23 and to the Giant Chasm. So we'll just head over there. I feel like I'm having to do this every freaking episode, but again, apologies to anybody who's watching in real time and has noticed my complete lack of uploads recently. I didn't mean to do that. I've been a bit kind of preoccupied with work and other things, so I haven't really been thinking about this very much. I have also decided that the Emerald LP is going on hold. Apologies to anyone who has been watching that and has been liking it, but as for right now, Emerald is on hold because I just cannot be bothered right now. So whenever I can sort out a new thumbnail design and a sidebar design, I will start my next LP. I don't think I've revealed it yet. I'm not going to say it just in case, but I might have revealed it, I don't know. Anyway, so hello Hugh, you're already here, huh? Anyone who tries to block us will go running away with their tail between their legs. Hey, it's good, we're all set here. It's finally time, come on, let's go. Off they go then. Alright, no need to push. You're all alone now, so which one of us are you going to tackle? Oi, it's me, the X-Team Plasma guy, the one Rude asked to be a spy. Oh yeah, I remember you. It's only like an episode ago. Being X-Team Plasma must be really rough, eh? You know, N was so nice to Pokemon, and all I wanted to do was protect Pokemon from bad people. Well, I suppose. If we don't crush Team Plasma, then guys like you and that N guy will always be treated like villains. Okay, I'm out of here, Sean. Bye. Oh, thank you, that's so nice. Even if we said it was for Pokemon, in the end we were doing what we wanted to do. Please excuse me, there's still something I have to do. Alright, well, you might want to stick your dowsing machine on in here. We're going to need strength already. I think that is literally just for a shortcut, but I'm going to do it anyway. I really need to rearrange my TMs. Annoying. Strength. Okay, so we're going to be teaching this to Krusty Krab, since Ignite needs the move slots right now. So does Electra, and so does Conquer. So, and I think I've used Dig like 4 times on you in the entire LP. I just don't seem to be wanting to use ground type moves in this LP. I don't know why. It just hasn't worked out. Got all the coverage I need, to be honest. Right. Oh, yeah, that was one thing I needed to set up. I need to set up a repel. Hello, Clefairy. I wanted to do an LP where I've used a Clefairy. Just need to find the right one. I was thinking of doing a Crystal LP, and I could use a Clefable in that. Repel, repel, repel. Could definitely use a Clefable in that. The problem is, I don't really know whether I want to do a Crystal LP or whether I want to do Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Simply because Heart Gold and Soul Silver has slightly more features. Anyway, so this is the original entrance to Giant Chasm, which you would have gotten through from Lacunosa Town back in the original game. There are a couple of hidden items around. There isn't much around here, but if you do need to exit the Giant Chasm for whatever the reason, I think there's a hidden item there. If you do need to exit the Giant Chasm for whatever the reason may be, you can come out this way, and provided you've got strength, then you can push that boulder that you saw earlier. Wow, level 52. Pokemon levels are really climbing. So within the Giant Chasm we will have 2 new Pokemon, which we'll cover very soon. So just down here there is a Hyper Potion, and over here on this rock there is a Heart Scale, and up here, yeah, do you see it? Do you see it? Yeah, there's a hidden grotto here, so let's go inside. I honestly don't recall what is in here. Well, apparently there's a Moongus, or Foongus, one of them. Foongus. I think there's also Tangler with Regenerator in here. There'll be an annotation. I don't remember what goes in here, so there'll be an annotation, don't worry. Of course, you know, you're lucky if you do find a Pokemon, but I don't really need a Foongus with Regenerator right now. But anyway, here's that boulder I was talking about, so push that in and you have a free shortcut all the way to Lacunosa Town, should you need to heal or buy items or whatever. I probably should do that, but quite frankly, it's not going to happen. So, back into the Giant Chasm we go. Now that is where we want to go, that cave entrance down there. However, there are a few items dotted around, one very important item, so it doesn't require strength, but it needs Surf. So do keep that in mind. Although to be honest, you really should have a Pokemon that has strength. Not strength, sorry, Surf. I find it very difficult not to have a special attacking water type in an LP. Well, not just an LP, in like playing through the game. It's very difficult. So that cave entrance you can see there is actually leading to Route 23, which is the final route of the game, but we can't go there just yet until all of this Team Plasma stuff is done. I'm not even going to bother. So there definitely are a few items around, a couple of star pieces. There isn't too much around, so you're not missing much if you didn't bring strength. What do we have here? Ice Gem, cool. No pun intended. That's what we want. I absolutely want that right now. So I'm going to quickly go get that. Right, so let's surf. So this is 100% the item you need to get when you come in here. As a must-have item for any special attacking water type, or pretty much like any ice type, pretty much. TM13 for Ice Beam. Thank God we have this at TM now. Right, so automatically going to be teaching this to Blu-ray. So let's do that. Hieroglyph can learn it. I forgot about that. Alright, so regardless of the PP ups we used, I've got to give Ice Beam. Blizzard was essentially there for the 7th gym anyway. And you did a good job in there, Blu-ray, don't worry. You lost to Haxorus, but I wasn't expecting you to beat Haxorus anyway. Anyway, so that's pretty much all the items you can get in here. But now we're going to be wanting to head down here, where all the action is, as you can see. Come here. Please would be nice. Wait a sec. He said he wants to talk to them so his old allies won't get hurt. I will say it as many times as it takes until you understand. Ghetsis' real plan was to take over the Unova region. Liberating Pokémon was nothing more than an excuse. If anything, it would have made Pokémon suffer. Yeah, that's a pretty speech, Gramps. You fool. We're not going to listen to what a traitor has to say. Well, that didn't work. Hey! Let me through. What are you saying? Looking to get hurt? I'm going to get a stolen Pokémon back. I'm not going to listen to villains like you. Rude! Ex-Team Plasma, why do you have Pokémon by your sides? To protect what's important to you, right? Even if your precious Pokémon get hurt, even if your ideals are damaged, the time to fight is now! You're just a kid. Quit trying to act so cool. Whatever, no one's getting close to the Plasma Frigate. Wipe them all out! John, as usual, take the other one. Like he said, we're going to crush you along with the traitors, because Team Plasma exists to cause trouble. Well that wasn't your speech 2 years ago, but what the hey. So, despite what you may think, this isn't a double battle, it is just a single against one of the grumps, and I absolutely have the wrong Pokemon out here. Conquer, get out of here, you don't need to be here. Right, let's go into Hieroglyph. Sludge Bomb. There. Psychic. Right, well I'm feeling a little more comfortable about my levels now. Considering they were very low before. And a Muck. Yeah, just want to get rid of Dig. Right, okay. Pretty much going to have to stay in here. Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. Let's go for Air Slash. No point wasting a PP of Psychic. Oh, Plasma! Glory to Team Plasma! Well, not if I have anything to do with it. Are your Pokemon okay? You should take these with you. I think he gives you 3 or 5 or one of them, whatever. Oh, it looks like their backup has arrived. How did you know that? At times like these, those whose hearts weaken, those whose determination falters, can accomplish nothing. To save our old allies, to protect Unova, we will fight. Both of you, go! No, just a moment. Hugh, was it? About the Pokemon you're looking for. In all likelihood, it is in the possession of the Shadow Triad, the Dark Warriors who appear silently. Got it. If I rescue it, that will help you guys absolve your guilt, doesn't it? Guess I'll help you out. Yeah, that was the one reason you were using to get the Purloin back. At that time, I believed we were on the side of justice. By serving my king, N, I was going to make a world without war. But I was conceited and I couldn't see the unhappiness we were causing. That's why I can't let it happen again. So there we go. So, if you had a Sneasel, you're going to be rejoicing at this item. Razor Claw. Make sure you get that and evolve your a Sneasel at night while holding that thing, and it will evolve into Weavile. Very, very good Pokemon. And then another Moonstone, if you so desire. There's one up above, and now you've got another one. So there are 2 new Pokemon here. We're also going to be heading into the Plasma Frigate again in this episode, so we're going to because otherwise this episode would be pathetically short, so I may as well combine two things together. So, just to split this episode up slightly, we're going to have two reviews for the two new Pokemon you can find here, which are Metang and Ditto. So, yeah, we've got an amazing Pokemon, and then we come back down with Ditto, everyone's favourite sex slave. So, yeah, so I'll be back in a sec, and we'll have the two reviews right now. See you in a sec. One of the new Pokemon you can find in the interior of the Giant Chasm is Ditto. Ditto is a normal type and can have the abilities either Limber or Imposter as a hidden ability. It can be found in the Giant Chasm in all 4 games, as well as the hidden grotto there in Black 2 and White 2. Ditto is a pathetic Pokemon, as you can see from its stats. It doesn't evolve. The only interesting thing about Ditto is the fact that it's kind of everyone's favourite purple blob, because it it works interestingly. With Imposter, it makes it so that it transforms as soon as it enters the battle. You'll only have 5 PP of all of the opponent's moves, but you can usually take out that other Pokemon, especially if you equip an item that, you know, like a Choice Scarf or something. You can just outspeed something, take it out, and then switch. It's kind of interesting in that sense, and Ditto can work quite well. However, the other obvious thing about Ditto is the fact that it can breed with pretty much any Pokemon that can breed. It also makes it so that ungendered Pokemon can breed as well. However, Ditto is not very good at all, as it has pathetic stats and is not worthy of any team slot, unless you do have a Choice Scarf and you wish to utilise Imposter. Otherwise, you can use just Transform, but there isn't much point, as you know, you're just wasting a turn as a Ditto. So, yeah, Ditto is not anything fantastic and shouldn't be used on any serious team. The other new Pokemon you can find in the interior of the Giant Chasm is Metang. Metang is a Steel Psychic type and can have the abilities either Clear Body or Light Metal as a hidden ability. It can be found in the Giant Chasm in all 4 games, as well as also the hidden grotto there in Black 2 and White 2. When looking at Metang's stats, you can see that there's nothing particularly fantastic there, having decent enough physical attack for a non-evolved Pokemon. It also has pretty good defences as well, considering it's a Steel type. Having Steel Psychic is quite good, as it means it's only got 2 weaknesses, as well as also an immunity, which is nice. At level 45, which is pretty much straight away, it will evolve into the mighty Metagross, which can be found in the Giant Chasm in the grass, in the Shaken Grass. Metagross is a phenomenal Pokemon, as you can see from its stats. It has a huge physical attack stat of base 135. Its defense is not that far behind, being base 130, meaning it can take hits for days. Its special defense is also pretty good, being base 90, and its HP is good as well, being base 80. As well as that, you can also choose to go mixed if you wish, and you know, use its special attack, especially for a psychic type move. That can be quite useful. As its special attack stat is 95, which is pretty good. The only stat that's really lacking is speed, but 70 is not that bad, especially considering the rest of its stats. Metagross is, in short, a fantastic Pokemon. It is one of the very few Pokemon in this game who just is amazing. It can excel at anything. It has a phenomenal move pool, being able to use moves such as Meteor Mash and Zen Headbutt as stab type moves. It can also use the elemental punches. I don't think it learns Fire Punch, but that's not necessarily a big problem. It can also learn Earthquake. I'm pretty sure it can learn both Rock Slide and Stone Edge as well. Metagross is phenomenal. It has a huge move pool. You can do whatever really you want with it. You can go special as well if you wish. Metagross is phenomenal. Definitely a Pokemon you should be using if you want to get through the game kind of easily. However, you obviously do have to wait quite a while throughout the game to wait for this thing, but it's well worth the wait. If you wish to use a Metagross, this is definitely the time to use it, because it is the perfect time to pick one up, as you can evolve it pretty much straight away. So Metagross is going to be the 4th Pokemon in the game to get a 5-star rating. Alright, so we're back. So we need to be heading up this ice stair thing. It's a very easy ice puzzle, to be honest. I think we're going to lead with Blu-ray here. So, I don't need that anymore. Okay, so in the break I was basically making myself some soup because it's incredibly cold. So, kind of a random question, but it's not related to Pokemon in the slightest, but what's your favourite soup flavour? That's going to be my comment question for the day. God knows why, but there we go. He's terrifying, he can't be human, but he has a silly looking quillfish hairstyle. Yeah, that sounds like you, alright. All of Unova will be frozen with Kurem's ice. I wonder if Zinzalin will be okay. He really doesn't like the cold. Well, that wasn't very smart of him, was it? Struggle and squirm. Kurem's ice is more powerful than Reshiram's columns of fire or Zekron's crackling lightning. Go on ahead. I'm going to make them tell me about the Shadow Triad. If you find Purloin or the Shadow Triad, please let me know. Will do. Cretin! Don't interfere with Team Plasma's conquest of Unova. Alright. Calm down. Alright, so I think I collected all the items the first time we were here. Blu-rays... Oh, hang on just a minute. I know what's coming. I'm going to put Ignite up front. Thinking about it. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't actually pick up on this before, but Ignite actually has Flamethrower now. It learns it at level 49. No idea how to pronounce that. I do ambush thee. Oh ho ho, you've been ambushed. So yeah, you're going to get ambushed by a double battle when you first walk in, so make sure you have something that can combat that. I don't know who my second guy is actually. Thinking about it. I think it's Conquer? Oh, Hieroglyph. Okay, that works out. Alright, so Flamethrower on the Scraggy and Psychic on the Trubbish. This will be a nice easy battle. Or will it? No, it won't, because there's a Scrafty and a Garbodor coming up. So, get those two out of the way. And we have a Garbodor. And a Scrafty. Okay, we're going to Flamethrower the Scrafty and Psychic the Garbodor. Same procedure. Get these two out of the way. Okay, I don't think this Flamethrower will quite take out that Scrafty, but yeah, not quite. Bye Hieroglyph, you're not living that. Sorry, Moxie. Okay. Well, Scrafty's quite slow, so I'm not too bothered about that. Send out Blu-ray. Golbat. Okay, good choice. Flamethrower on the Scrafty and Ice Beam on the Golbat. I wonder if Blu-ray outspeeds that Golbat. Oh, we're about to find out. Oh, he does. Well done. Don't know if that's going to take him out though. Oh wow. Well done, Blu-ray. Whirlipede. Okay. Flamethrower and Air Slash. Not that it's needed, but you know, may as well use it. Just in case the Flamethrower doesn't do enough. Just in case, but it was never going to happen. I lost! No! Plasma! Well, so, we have a fairly frustrating puzzle ahead of us now. So, at last we meet again. Remember me, formerly of Team Plasma? I've been waiting for you. Gah, spying is such a rotten job. I contacted Rude of the Seven Sages, but nobody showed up to help me. I can't stand it. Everyone around me is always saying bad stuff about Lord N. But Lord N learned the error of his ways and changed course to a better path. Yet they call him a betrayer. People really stink sometimes. They selfishly counted on him, and now they selfishly make a big fuss about being betrayed. Oh, I nearly forgot to tell you. This floor is a maze of pipes. You've got to step on switches to connect or disconnect the pipes. It's a good thing you can walk on the pipes. So, you've also got to get yourself a password, plus also I think it's called a plasma card or a member card or something like that. and then you've got to enter the password into here. Now, there are a few potential passwords. They can either be Zekrom or Reshiram, as well as also a 4-digit password, but the password will always have 3 of the same number and then 1 other number. So once you've found that out, then you can kind of go in. However, it's probably easiest if you don't you don't need to rush in this. You can kind of just fight everyone, because basically you need the experience, because there's going to be a very tough fight coming up. No spoilers as such, but very tough fight. What do you want, intruder? If you can beat me, I'll give you a hint about the password. Alright, well please do. Please, please do. Alright, Mr. Grunt. Score rupee. Okay, well I'm leading with the right guy here. Okay, right. So, let's go for a flamethrower. Get this thing out of here. Can't wait till I get Thunderbolt. And a fungus. Again, no need to switch out. Just stay in, just fry that thing. Okay. And a Golbat. Alright, we can stay in against that. Let's go for a Thunder Punch. Damn. Okay, let's finish off with Psychic. I don't even know why I didn't use Psychic in the first place, actually, because Psychic would have probably taken it out. Oh well. Up to level 51. I missed my chance to grab your Pokémon. You didn't have a chance. Here's the hint. The password is the name of a legendary Pokémon in the Unova region. So essentially you could grab yourself the card and either enter Zekrom or Reshiram. All in caps. But yeah, this is a very easy one. As I said in the previous episode, the way that you get through this is different depending on which game you're playing. But it will be a kind of a mix of the two in the games. So for example, originally, there's a zinc there, originally in Black 2 you had to go through all the warp panels to get to the switches, whereas in White 2 you have to get the password. You have to go through all of these rooms and fight all the trainers and get and find the member card and get the password, and then you had to enter the password and then that would unlock the door. And then in this we have to run over all these pipes and fight the trainers and get the password and then get the card and then enter the password, blah blah blah. But then in this we have to in White 2 rather, sorry, we have to use warp panels on the pipes to get to I think it's to get to the switches. So it's really confusing explaining that, so I apologise if that was a really rubbish explanation, because it probably was. Wow, that didn't do anything. Although I forgot about that, so that's a good thing. So yeah, this place is really confusing depending on which game you're playing, but it's not particularly difficult. You just need to know what you're doing. Although once you've got the hang of it, it's not very difficult at all. I believe it's an electric type Pokemon. I look forward to seeing how far you can go. So at this point, this girl gives you the member card. So if you can beat her, and if you've got the same kind of combination that I do, you can fight her and then you can get the member card, and then you know it's Zekrom. We've been told that it's a legendary dragon type Pokemon of the Unova region, and it's an electric type, so it's got to be Zekrom, can't be anything else. And then this girl will give you the member card. In White 2, in the original section, you get the member card in the big room that's got the chef in it. That's all I remember, but yeah. Alright, a Zangoose. Let's switch into Conquer. Okay. Let's go for a Drain Punch. Okay, well you feel free to do that. Heal all that back. And kill off the Zangoose. Why? Well, because I'm just better than you. Phew, you're good. I'll give you this then. So, there you go. It is the plasma card. Whatever. With the plasma card, you can enter the password. Do the rest by yourself. Alright, so at this stage, you can go and take down the password and take down the gates. However, first of all, you will notice there is a doctor here. There are also a lot of trainers, so you're going to want to basically fight the trainers first, because why miss out on experience? So you may as well do that. There's also the doctor, who is very, very useful, might I add, so do keep that in mind. Alright, let's go for an X-Scissor. Like I care about Endeavour. Bye, Eradicate. And after stupid poison, we have a Watchog. How boring. Hyper Fang, that's even more boring. God, I hate Watchogs. Right, Rattata has some nostalgia value. Sentra is just cute. Zigzagoon is quite cute and is an amazing HM slave. Same with Bidoof. But Patrat and Watchog are just useless. Useless, useless. Awful things. Ugh. Your face, it really drives me mad. Okay, well, that's very rude of you. You can't help how I look. If Team Plasma takes over the world, there should be fewer Pokémon injured. Well, I'm afraid that they've brainwashed you there, Julius. Levani, okay. I can deal with this. Both of my main moves are super effective, so it all works out. Whoa, Swords Dance, not good. We haven't heard that music in a very long time. Alright, grr, tell me, please, just what is a Pokemon battle? Okay, well, if you don't know what that is, then why are you here? Don't you think there will be less war if Team Plasma takes over the world? No, no I do not. I think quite the opposite, in fact. Do you not fight? Teehee, a trainer who battles looking for the password. Even if you win a battle, you won't necessarily get the answer. You might get something else, though. Yeah, normally an insult. Alright, so there are a couple of items here. One is a max elixir and one is a max revive. Spoilers! So we're going to fight this guy first, though. With his Rock. Oh, I hope it doesn't have Intimidate. Ugh. I need to change Pokemon, actually. Oh, it doesn't. It has Moxie. Cool. Must change my Pokemon, though. And a Crocodile. I'm going to stay in for this. There's the Intimidate. Dig. Lovely. I'm going to play you here. Whoops. Ignore that. Let's go into Electra. Haha. Take that. Let's go for a no, let's go for superpower actually. I'm already slower than you, so there isn't much point in doing that. Superpower looks so funny in Black 2 and White 2. It looks like one of those really old Japanese cartoons. Or like Batman or something, you know, where they like punch and then there's that weird like explosion and it says BAM or Biff or something. Alright. Max Revive. And Max Elixir. Told you. Called it. Alright, so let's see what else we have. Okay. Didn't necessarily want to do that, but it just means we'll have to go around in a giant circle. So you can't walk under the pipes when they're connected, which is a bit strange considering there is actually a hole underneath them, so you could technically just kind of, you know, limbo underneath them. I didn't change my Pokémon. Why do I never remember things? And of course, I've met 2 Pokémon that could really use a dig, and I haven't had dig. Very useful. I should really have Shell Smashed against this thing. Oh, the beauty of hindsight. Hone Claws. Okay, well, you do that. However, while you do that, I will just take you out with X-Scissor. Bye, Drapion. I hate you. The feeling's mutual, buddy. You're strong, so I'll tell you this. A hint for the password is a black dragon Pokemon. What was that name? So yeah, at this point we pretty much just know that it is Zekrom. We already knew that quite a long time ago, but we're fighting all the trainers anyway. So here we have a power band. I can't remember what stat that trains, but it's one of the EV power items. So quite useful. I think it's one of the defensive ones. It's either defense or it could be physical attack actually. I don't remember. I haven't EV trained in so long. Let's go for a surf. Come on. And it's a Viper. Alright, we'll stay in against that. Okay. Let's go for another surf. Don't think it's going to quite take it out. Nope. Blu-ray, you need to be a bit stronger, buddy. Okay. What? You can actually draw out the power of your Pokémon? Yes. Since I lost, I will accept my defeat gracefully and give you a hint. The first letter of the password is Z. Don't say I'm stingy. Keep that thought to yourself. You're stingy. Take that. Alright, so final trainer here. Oh, you're not a trainer. Never mind then. I think we do have one more trainer though, so we will go fight him. I'm going to just quickly use the doctor though. That was a really awkward sentence. I'm going to use the doctor. Injured Pokemon have both enemies and friends. Don't you think there will be less war if Team Plasma? No, you've already said that. And I don't agree. Okay, over here. This is very long. Okay, so there is one more trainer. I don't know who I'm leading with. Is it still Krusty? No, it's not. Blu-ray's fine. Alright. So, I trained myself endlessly for 2 years to get justice for Team Plasma. I won't lose to anyone anymore. Well good, I wouldn't want you to. But, I'm afraid you're going to lose to me. Crocodile, okay. That's absolutely fine. I have 3 moves which are super effective against you. And I'm not bothered by Intimidate, so you feel free. Let's get rid of this thing with a surf. Okay. Almost level 51. But if I lose, I won't be able to carry out my justice. Right, well. You're going to want to get ready to enter the password However, first, make sure that you lead with a fighting type Pokemon. Or a fire, but preferably fighting. Preferably physical, because you probably know what's coming. So, you're going to want to enter the password, which is going to be Z E K R, whoops, I'm going all over the place, O and M, whoops, not two M's, Zekrom. It succeeded. If you don't fancy fighting any of the trainers, I don't know why, but if you do, don't fancy fighting them, you can always just enter, you can always just go ahead and get yourself the member card and see if it's possibly Zekrom or Reshiram. You will get hints before you actually enter the get the member card, so it's not that big of a deal. You probably will be able to guess it before you actually have to enter it. This device is indestructible. You will never be able to release Curem. You don't have the sense to know when to quit, it seems. It's an act of mercy on my part to bring this to an end now. Well, I've already taken you on, what is it, 4 times before, and I've taken you out every single time with the same Pokemon. And you have the same Pokemon, this stupid Snowflake, another stupid Snowflake, and Weavile. So, you're not going to be doing too well, I'm afraid. Confuse Ray, as if I care. Come on, Conquer. Of course, saying that is like saying nothing at all. Thank you. Okay. Get that Cryogonal out of here. And another Cryogonal. Let's go into Electra. Let's get rid of that confusion. Alright. So, let's go into Electra. Out comes Cryogonal, I could care less. And let's Superpower. So, you've had plenty of experiences with these Cryogonal and his Weavile by now. But in case you've forgotten, try not to take out this thing with special moves, as it has a massive special defense. You try and take it out as best you can with any of your physical fighting type moves, or fire, or rock. Plenty of weaknesses that ice types have, so just pick one really. And he also has the Weavile. Again, you're going to want to try and take it out with physical moves, but it's not that great, especially defensively. So just take it out with a good, strong fire, fighting, rock, bug type move. Any of them really. Feel free. It's got plenty of weaknesses. It is the same for anyone. As long as you are dreaming, the dream will never reveal itself to you. Beaten again? No matter. Team Plasma will get the last laugh. Maybe they will. However, I'm just going to quickly cut away for just 1 second, and I will be back in 3 seconds, literally. I don't know if it's actually going to be 3 seconds, but it will be a few seconds. 1 sec. Alright, and we're back. So, yeah, sorry, just had to cut for a second there, because some things were playing up. So, who do I want to lead with here? Let's go with Ignite, I think. Okay, so, let's see what's down here. If you intend to continue, step on the other warp panel. Keep in mind that you're going to get beaten up if you do. So, yeah, you definitely want to be watching out here. But there's Curem. Now, please, before you go into this fight, make sure that you are fully healed, that you have any healing items that you think you may need, that you have gone to the doctor, that you have gotten all the PP that you need. Anything that you think that you may need for a very tough fight, get it before you walk in here. But when you're ready, walk inside. Who is it? Welcome! I was asked by an acquaintance to help with his research. What I desire is to bring out the entirety of Pokémon potential. If I can accomplish that, I don't care what it takes. If it means this strength must be brought out by the interactions between Pokémon and trainers, then so be it. If it means that you have to use a merciless approach like Team Plasma's and force out all the Pokémon's power, then so be it. And yes, if the entire world is destroyed as a result, then so be it. That aside, the reason I have been travelling all over Unova and battling many Pokémon trainers is because I was testing the viability of this approach to bringing out the full strength of Pokémon. In that respect, you've done an amazing job. Well now, tell me if you have the answer I desire or not. If you're ready, come at me. So you do have an opportunity to go heal again, or save if you do wish to do so. I am going to save right here, just because why the hell not. But this is a very cool fight. This is, like, seriously, this is the kind of fight that you actually do and then you actually want to do it again, because the music is awesome. Anybody who's been through this game and has known the music they know it's awesome. This fight is amazing, so be prepared, but it is tough, so don't walk into this fight and thinking it's going to be a cakewalk, because it is not. So when you're ready, do as he says and come at him. It looks like you're ready then. Okay, let us begin. Alright, so this is our fight against Internet Explorer here, but he's now Team Plasma. So he leads with a Magneton, level 50, electric steel type with the ability Sturdy, with the moves Thunder Wave, Volt Switch, Tri-Attack and Flash Cannon. Is holding an Eviolite. Take this thing on with your best fire or ground type moves. Fighting also works quite well. But of course the Sturdy is going to bug you. He will usually open with a Thunder Wave and then Volt Switch out after a healing item. But he uses quite a few of those. Come on, more! Bring out your Pokemon's power! So he will use quite a lot of full restores. Usually one or two, I think, actually. But once you have gotten this thing back down to Sturdy again, you will then be hit by a Volt Switch. So at this point you're going to want to kind of predict what he's going to do. Now he has basically a team that's pretty much exclusively Steel types except for one Pokemon. So I'm going to presume that that's the Pokemon he's going to send out next. So regardless of that, I'm just going to go for Flamethrower, but it's very likely that he's going to go for a Volt Switch. So if you have a ground type Pokemon, definitely use it, particularly if you have Excadrill. Okay, so here we go, or Steelix. So this is Magnezone, level 50, electric steel type with the ability Sturdy, with the moves Flash Cannon, Discharge, Thunder Wave and Explosion. As you can see, he will usually get hit down to Sturdy, and if you're paralysed then he will just go for the Explosion. Probably going to be taking out Ignite here, but that's fine. Alright, so I think we're going to go into Conquer. That's my safest option here. So this is Metang, level 50, Steel Psychic type with the ability Clear Body, with the moves Meteor Mash, Agility, Rock Slide and Zen Headbutt. Not a particularly fantastic Metang here, but obviously it has very good moves and that agility is quite devastating after a while. So do be careful with this thing. It's not very powerful, but it can do quite a number on you, as you can see. Just going to not Zen Headbutt, I'm going to Drain Punch, some health back. Alright, so do be wary of that thing, it is quite powerful. Here's the other Pokemon that isn't a Steel type. Don't really have anything for this. The problem is I don't really want to stay in either. Gonna have to go with Krusty Krab here. Now this thing is annoying. Try and hit this thing with a very powerful physical dark or psychic type, ghost type move, sorry, very quickly. This is Behem, level 50, psychic type with the ability Synchronize, with the moves Psychic, Energy Ball, Calm Mind and Recover. The Calm Mind Recover combo is not very nice to deal with, so do be careful with that thing. I'm going to switch into Hieroglyph here because I need something that's fast just to get rid of this thing. Alright, let's go for a Psychic. Once he's used one full restore on his Magneton, he probably won't use another one. So, we're down to the star of his show now. We're up to level 51, or who? Trying to learn Sky Attack. Absolutely not. Do not need that at all. We're going to go into Conquer. It's my safest option against this thing, really. I could have used Electra, actually. But this is Kling Clang, level 52. Steel type with the ability Plus, with the moves Shift Gear, Gear Grind, Thunderbolt, and Giga Impact. It's holding an air balloon, so try not to hit it with a ground type move straight away. But that Shift Gear is very devastating. It will raise its speed by 2 stages, plus its physical attack by 1 stage. So try and get something that is electric type out here, because it will do very well against that thing. Although do be careful with Giga Impact. So this is what it means to draw forth the hidden power of your Pokémon. I think that said hidden, I don't know. So strong! You're a very strong trainer indeed. So let me ask you this. Are you thinking of reaching even higher heights by understanding each other as a Pokémon and trainer? Of course. I see. To me, that is an ideal answer. To think. That's what you actually believe. You bring out the power of your Pokémon with respect and love. Excuse me for repeating myself, but if it will make Pokémon stronger, I don't care what it takes. If interacting with Pokémon can increase their powers only to a certain point, then their full strength must be brought out using a scientific approach, even one without a conscience. But you have shown me the potential of your approach. To me, whether Team Plasma wins or whether you will win will decide how the relationship between people and Pokémon should be. So where will this be settled? Step on the warp panel on the other side of the room where Kyurem is being held. Good luck in your battle. So, despite being the boss of Team Plasma, I was about to say Galactic, and I don't really know why, but despite being the boss of Team Plasma, Internet Explorer Hair isn't actually that bad of a guy. And he's not actually technically a bad guy, he's just been employed. Hello, hello. What? You beat Internet Explorer Hair? Wow, I pretended to be strong, but I don't have any Pokemon. Well, off you go, running off like a little girl. However, this guy is not a little girl. That blasted Internet Explorer Hair. The fool is far too committed to pure science. This is how he repays me for making him the boss of Team Plasma? How dare he put his personal intellectual curiosity before our ultimate mission of conquering Unova? How fortunate for you! Few get to be the sole audience member for one of my speeches. Team Plasma will use its knowledge and technology to take Kyurem's true power to its absolute limit and freeze the Unova region. The terrified people and Pokemon will bow at Team Plasma's... no. At my feet! Kyurem is an empty being, the remnants of a certain Pokemon when it split into Reshiram and Zekrom. My desire is absolute rule of Unova! That's right! Kyurem will be the vessel into which my desires will be poured. Lord gets this. Kyurem has been transferred. It's finally here! The wonderful era in which I am the absolute ruler of Unova has finally arrived. I'll let you take care of this. Here he comes. Wait, you're one of the Shadow Triad, right? Tell me about the Purloin that was stolen in Aspertia. Very well. This might be it. I stole this Pokemon 5 years ago in Aspertia, so it seems very likely that this is the Pokemon you're talking about. But now, it only listens to my commands. Such is the fate of the Pokemon that are trapped in Pokeballs. What? Don't mess with me, that's someone else's Pokemon. I feel sorry for your Pokemon. They're ruled by Pokeballs and the whims of their trainers. Lord Getsis spoke of Pokemon liberation 2 years ago, simply for his own ambitions, but if his plan had succeeded, many Pokemon would have been saved. This Liepard, well, you knew it as a Purloin. If it had been released, it might have returned to you. Well then, you there! I won't let you interfere with Lord Getsis' plans. So, I'm going to be ambushed into a fight by the Shadow Triad. Now these guys tend to have quite a lot of Pawniard, and one of them has an Absol, one of them has a Bayonet, and one of them has an Excelgor. So I'm leading with completely the wrong Pokemon here. Gonna want to go into Conquer really quick. So, we've had a fairly big fight and then ambushed into a battle. Sounds about right. Alright, so let us get this stupid Pawniard out of here. Up to level 52. Woohoo. And an Absol. Let us go into Blu-ray. Going to be one of the very, very few occasions where I actually use Signal Beam. Okay. Swords Dance. Whoa, not good. Don't want this thing to be hitting me with a Night Slash, not at all. Bye bye, Absol. To level 51. And another Pawniard. Let us go into Electra. And let's superpower this thing. Okay, so it doesn't bother us a bit if the stolen Pokemon cry or beg. Oh, that's very ruthless of you. You're not done yet. I see that. However, let's change who I'm leading with. We'll go into Electra. Actually, no, we won't. We'll go into Blu-ray instead. Since Ignite is out of it right now. We swore to be loyal to Lord Getsis since he saved us. Well, what about if I save you from Getsis? Then what will happen? Hadn't thought about that, had you? Anyway, I think this is the guy with the Excelgor. So do keep that in mind. Oh no, this is the one with the Bayonet. Okay. Don't have anything in terms of super effective against a ghost except for Conker's Payback, so I think we'll just stay in. Ugh, great. Wasn't really seeing that coming, to be honest. And another Pawniard. Nothing too special going on here. Okay. It doesn't bother us a bit if we have to use another Pokemon after we something I missed. Listen well. The only thing we want in the world is the world Lord Getsis desires. Right, well. I think I will lead with Electra this time. Or not, actually, second thinking. I have no problem with you, but this is for Lord Getsis. Well, good to know that I'm not bothering everyone. Okay. Another Pawniard. Let's go for a surf. Get this thing out of here. And Excelgor. I think we're going to go into Electra for this one. Oh, I love Excelgor. I was really tempted to use one in this LP. Really, really tempted. Because I absolutely adore Excelgor. Really good Pokemon. Okay. Bye bye, Excelgor. And a Pawniard. Like you didn't see that coming. Let's finish with a superpower. It doesn't bother us a bit if Pokemon win or lose. Even if I lose, Lord Getsis simply has to win. No matter. The only thing you can do is watch Lord Getsis use Kyurem to freeze Universe Solid. That's all. I'll return this Pokemon to you. Considering what Lord Getsis is about to do, I have no further need of it. Why would you have any need for a Liford? Hey, Sean, if we let Team Plasma do whatever they want, there'll be more sad Pokemon like Purloin and Kyurem. You don't say. Alright, so you can go back to the doctor at this point. However, considering the situation, I really don't think I can be bothered. So I'm just going to find some random healing items. Castelia Cone, this will be nice. And have I got any revives at all? Quite unlikely, I would assume. I have some max revives, but not much else. Alright, fine. Whatever. Probably really should get more healing items. Not that it matters too much. So this is pretty much it for this episode. I apologise for the fact that it was so long. I could have sliced it in two, but I didn't really know where to do that. But anyway, so on the next episode we will see what Lord Getsis has planned, and we may have a few surprises to see as well. I'm sure Getsis has some interesting things up his sleeve. So until the next time, I'll see you then, guys.